Hmm. To be honest, at this moment, I'm set on not voting. And the reason being because to me, just my me growing up and everything, I feel like when it comes to politicians, they really don't care about the people that actually vote. Like the working class get messed up. Like y'all go back and look at what Trump did. Yeah, he did some good, but also man, look at what he did with the tax. The working class and the low class had to work. Y'all had a 5 year extension rate. But those that got money, if I ain't mistaken, I think your millionaire, billionaire, those that wealthy, they got a tax exemption indefinitely. So that means it don't matter. They just don't have to pay tax. And when it comes down to Kamala Harris, I'm not just using the net with her because as far as what I'm hearing, everybody always talking about her, what she did when she was prosecutor. At the end of the day, man, she's doing her job. Just like if you talk to a policeman, if you arrest a person, she's doing his job. Now, whatever they do in their aspect of their job, you still got to look into it if it's wrong or if it's right. And everybody be talking about this and that. And I'm just to the point like I really don't care about the politics and I don't care about the voting no more because a lot of people forget that they have a voice. When it comes down to it, the Constitution says we the people of the United States. And a lot of people y'all voting people in and then y'all get mad about stuff that they do. But y'all have the power to veto and impeach them. So I'm like, it shouldn't be the fact that like with the situation with Trump a few years ago when they impeached him. Congress ain't got to do that. The people of the United States can do it overall. And I feel like at the end of the day, what we're really going to get out of it, because I'm part of the working class. What are they going to do for us? Because everything always saying that they're going to do it, but are they going to live up to their standards? Because at the end of the day, majority of the politicians that's going in the office as far as president, they fit to something that happened with the last president. And it's never getting back to the point of where it's helping those that really actually need help. And then the people that they do help, like what they're doing. Like Trump had a valid point about the immigration. When it comes down to it, yeah, if you get people coming over here and they're illegal citizens, cool. But at the same time, they're legal citizens and they're trying to come over here and work to be a legal citizen. Let them work to become a legal citizen. Don't just push them out the country because you don't know what's going on in their country that they fleeing from. Like if they got a civil war going over there or some kind of war that's going on or whatever it may be, some people might don't want their children and stuff coming through there or going through. So at the end of the day, they gonna leave where it's from. Like if the shoe was on the other foot. Like if America was in a situation where they got some old high ranking cartel or gang that's going to war with the police. You think I want to stay stationary in the area where me, my family, we have we in a situation where we may get killed, or I gotta bury somebody, or somebody gotta bury me? No, I'm gonna put myself in a better situation. So when it comes down to the immigration law, even though you got to look and take in accountability what's going on for them to be legal. Then on top of that, some people in Mexico ain't getting paid like that. So what is like for every dollar is like $100 over there, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, the dollar's value over here is greater than it. And 9 out of 10, they coming over here to get that money to send back over there. But like I said, at the end of the day, if they're not working to be actual legal citizens, yeah, I understand. Like, yeah, kick them out the country. I ain't disputing. But if they over here trying to live a legal life, give them that right. But at the same time, you got to go back to us too. Like with Biden, you help these people with the immigration, but you're not helping nobody over here. Like man, the cost of living is higher now, and we're not getting paid to pay for that. You got people working two, three different jobs just so they can maintain their household, their bills, and also they ask their own personal expense, like haircuts, or going to get their hair and nails did like with the women. They want to get their hair, their nails. They want to look good. They want to have money to go out whenever they feel the need to go out. If I'm working three jobs, that means I'm tiring myself out. I'm basically working like a modern day slave. And if you're working like a modern day slave and the country ain't trying to help, then what are we doing? Hey, at the end of the day, this is the United States. And if you're going to do anything for anybody, make sure you put the people of this country first.
Agreed.
We stand on this. We build this country. Well, we know who built the country, but
Right.
when it comes down to it, the people of the United States need a voice. We need somebody that's gonna fight for us and give us what we need, not just the rich. Now, what about the poor? The people that's struggling, like we need help too. Then on top of that, like man, our prison system's messed up too. Like I'm gonna take accountability. Like I went to prison when I was 17. I was charged an adult, but I'm on probation for juvenile and state people. I got paid for juvenile and adult. Like everything got to come under one accord. The laws, everything got to come together. Because at the end of the day, we're not really doing that. You got countries looking down at us because of how we running it over here. Some of the stuff, I guess stuff they have more with Trump with the when they rushed the Capitol. Like, come on, man. Ain't no reason for the American people to do nothing like that. I want to care about racism, none of that. Like at the end of the day, you stand as one people. When we leave from the United States and go anywhere else, they label us as an American. Regardless if it's black, white, pink, blue, it don't matter. Why we can't stand together? Why we can't come together and make amends on, okay, whatever your disagreements you have against it, don't bring it to the light. If you hate me in the dark, keep hating me in the dark. But don't put me in harm's way or my people in harm's way. Because it's going to get to the point I feel like it's going to be a civil war again in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Because there's too many things going on this aspect and this aspect, and it's not helping nothing at the end of the day. Like I don't know, it's something that as the people of the United States we're gonna have to work on. And we got to stand on it like we the people of the United States. And when it comes down to it, it don't matter who it is. If you are born an American citizen, man, make sure that if you vote, you vote. Just make sure you voting for the right reason. Don't go in there and vote for a person because they just seem like they good. Like do your background check on them people. Make sure that you feel that they really gonna take a fight for you for what you believe in. And we just picking presidents. I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of us just picking presidents just to have somebody our face. And when it comes down to it, the face is not always gonna be the reason. Like man, we're gonna have somebody that's really gonna step up to the plate and fight for us as a country.
And one of the things that you
I don't know,
mentioned, that is very, very important to me that I can say that I agree mutually with you is that the working class, let me say this. The last 4 years, I've had to pay taxes every time I've filed my taxes. I have never in my work history, and I've been working for over 20 years. Okay, I've been working since I was a teenager. I have never had to pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? When I filed taxes, I always got a refund back. And that's without claiming dependents. I pay double the amount in taxes because I don't have dependents, or my dependent is, of age. So I don't get that extra credit that Kamala is pushing for the single family household, which is fine. I'm not opposed to tax cuts for all Americans. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people don't the non-working people don't, or people who do work and have dependents don't deserve tax cuts. Taking care of a family is expensive. It's expensive if you don't have children. It's expensive if you do have children. It's not more or less on one half or the other. And I don't think Kamala understands that. She's so focused on people who have dependents, and she's completely eliminating the people that work every day and should still be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. You know what I mean? People in today's society, like you said, can't even do the simple, supplements that they used to be able to do 4 years ago, just 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, the presidency with Trump was bad at all. You said a lot of valid points with the illegal immigration. There's a lot of harm coming. Like the fact that Kamala would lock up somebody that looks like me forever, but then let an illegal immigrant who has no history here at all go free and then cause havoc in the safety of where we're supposed to be secured at, does not give me comfort with voting for her. At least I know Trump is going to fight for this country. You know what I'm saying? I believe in proving things through facts. And with his presidency, I didn't have any issues. My checks were very, very comfortable in his presidency. I was not, paying more in taxes than I was bringing home. I think that's crazy to be paying over 40% of your check that you work very hard for. A lot of people work very hard for their check, especially if you pay child support and may have some garnishments coming out your check where you might not even be able to get the full, excitement of your paycheck, but you make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, some people got to have 2, 3 jobs and a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never been a time like that. Like, it's bad enough that if you're single by yourself, it's difficult. I can only imagine, 2, 3 people in the same household. That's the only way that creates some level of comfort. At least some pillow space where you can do something other than just paying bills. Nobody wants to work to just pay bills. And then she's talking about building all of these damn commercial buildings and house buildings, and I've seen these other videos with people who have been showing these immigrant shelters, these illegal immigrant shelters that are coming out of our tax dollars because they don't get even minimum wage. That's the whole point of you working up to your immigration rights. Like, how do you come in as an illegal and you making the same thing as me? That's giving you, like you said, the leverage to come up and be able to give money back to your country. You know what I'm saying? And that devalues the American dollar. I don't think people understand that. There's so many people that come here for the opportunity and they only looking to better the country that they came from. They're not looking to better this country. That's deflating the dollar. People got to understand that. That's how the dollar becomes less valuable in other countries than here. Trump is trying to put the value back into the dollar. The dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not talk about the 20s and the 50s and the 100s. You know what I mean? Like, the dollar is about to be extinct the way that it keeps being devalued, with the way we just keep giving away our our economy to just everybody who, like you said, haven't even been here long enough to even fight or create the things that we have that create this place and make it the place that it is for everyone who's here. You know what I'm saying? Born in those who come here and fight to be legal, immigrants. I have a lot of respect for people who come here and do it the right way and contribute back into where they are now. If you chose to come here and become a citizen, why are you worried about other places? I don't get that. Like, so yeah, I agree with a lot with what you said.